Now, this is not a matter of I do not think I would send my child to a daycare, because I've always said it and I've signed it, sealed it up, that if I get a chance to have more babies, yes, I will not send my little ones to a daycare for anything. I work in a daycare, because definitely I will be going to work in one tomorrow. That's my shift tomorrow. Today's primary school. Maybe on Wednesday I go to secondary school. That's the kind of job I do. But I'm certain my job tomorrow, 8:30 until 3:30, is in a daycare. You know, it's not as if daycare is, all the daycares are not the same. I would even recommend the very one that I will be going to work in tomorrow, because I love working there. Yes. But what happened in this very video clip I'm about to share here broke my heart. Some people said because of color, but color, I didn't see that as a result of color, that the girl was treated unfairly because of her color. No, far from that. Because her mom, just watch the video before we go on.
That's a 2-year-old girl peering out from her daycare center. It's dark and it's locked. She's all alone. The toddler had been left behind when the daycare closed up for the night. Her mom, Stephanie Martinez, understandably freaked out. She was just 15 minutes late picking up her daughter, Ani.
She managed to push a chair next to the door to stand on it and call for my name. And that was the only reason I was able to see her, is because she's shorter than the door. Ani, I'm coming, okay?
Mom called 911. The operator couldn't believe it.
She's inside by herself?
Yeah, she's crying. She's inside by herself.
When firefighters got there, they broke down the door.
You see, so from the video, you can see that the girl's mom is not even a person of color, even though that the little girl is a person of color in a way, But how would a daycare staff, just 15 minutes late, the mom was running 15 minutes late. Somebody in the comment section was like, did she even call the daycare to tell them that she was going to be late for 15 minutes? Even at that wouldn't make anybody leave a 2-year-old behind, and you locked her up. How did you even want her to get out? Okay, if the mom finally arrived there, how did you expect the mom to bring out the child? Because you locked the door, put the girl behind. What if she had fallen asleep by the time the mom got to the place? In a whole daycare that is that big, like I've been to 3 or 4 of them, they are so big, have different rooms, different compartments, different sections for preschoolers, babies, and blah, blah, blah. You left a child of 2 years behind. You carried your bag and you went home. Time is everything in the Western world. Yes, you should keep to time. And even if you are running late, endeavor to call the school. Yes, I've rang my son's school. The day I was just running 5 minutes late. My son stayed for after school, and I was already on my high street waiting for a bus. I knew that I was going to be late. I rang the school to say, please, I would be late. When I got there, the head teacher was there. I think another teacher, they were there. The sports teacher was also still present. They haven't gone. So it was just about 5 minutes late. They handed over my boy to me. My boy was even sad that I didn't come on time to pick him, because it happened the day before. Even as I was leaving, another parent was running in again to get their child. So it's also good you call the school, but even if you did not call the school, it doesn't give anybody the right to leave a 2-year-old behind. That is wickedness. Obviously, I don't know what you think. Would you send your child to a daycare? Even when some of them are good, some are not. That some are not good, it also depends on the staff working in that place. It's not the structure itself, in quotes. Yes, because structure would be beautiful, but people working in that structure or in that organization, just like in your workplaces, it's not the hospital that is bad. Though sometimes people will say, oh, this hospital is very bad. No. Nigeria is bad, that country is bad. It's not that country entirely. It's the people inside that country, people inside that institution, that workplace that makes that place have that bad name. Okay, so it all depends. I've been to work where I went, babies were eating, what is it called? Shaving cream for men. Babies, I'm talking about babies, 1 under 2. I asked the staff I was working with, because she put that for them to play with, and they know the way babies or children are. They would like to explore. They were scooping and eating, and she ignored. I said, "Is this safe for these babies?" She said, "I don't know. I don't even know if she has a child." She didn't even bother stopping them. That got me feeling terrible. And in some of all these daycares, the code, yeah. I can't even stay in there for 1 hour, to be frank with you. I don't know if it is a general thing, because I've just looked out for, some of the schools I've been to that have daycare. I remember one somewhere, I almost named the place. I worked in primary section of the school, but each time we walk our children down to the hall where they will be eating, we usually walk past the daycare. Just walking past the daycare with the children on a single file, once you pass through the daycare, you feel the chilling, the cold, and the, oh my goodness, I'll be like, how are these babies coping in here? And sometimes you notice that the windows were left open. What is happening? The second place again, the same thing inside the daycare, because one of the days the staff in there was gonna go on her break, and they asked me to go in there and stay for 30 minutes, help the person already looking after the babies. Then I went into the room, sat for some time. When you are looking after babies, mostly it's like you babysitting. I can't do that job, I'm afraid. The code, I asked, can they not on this heater? They said, no, it's warm. I said, what? I was praying, 30 minutes, we came over, Chinyere went back to her session in preschoolers. The same place I'll be going to work tomorrow, the baby section is also freezing and chilling. I don't know why it's like that. I have my questions. I've been to like 4 places. I noticed the same thing. Is there any particular reason? I've been asking this question. Nobody have been able to provide me. And you see all of these babies having running nose. Some of them are coughing. It's because of the condition. And their parents will bring all their coats, blah, blah, blah. But, once they're getting in there, they're taking out the coat and wearing their thing. Some, you would see a baby or a child wearing just a top. Right now, I'm in my house. I've run my heaters for like 3 hours since 9 o'clock. This is almost 12 o'clock. I just put it off. But I'm currently wearing 3 layers. I wish I could stand up for you to see me. I'm currently wearing 3 layers of clothes. Wait. This is 1. This is 2. And this one just at the top. Tomorrow that I will be working, I will wear another knitwear to go there, because I don't know, though usually when I go to that daycare, I work in the preschool section. That place is usually warm. The last time I worked there, their heater was not functioning very well. So I will carry extra cardigan in case. But when you go in the baby section, it becomes a different thing. Talk more of how they let them feed. So before ever I started working in daycare, I've already zeroed my mind to say I will give 2 to 3 years to my little ones if I ever have more children, because of all these incidences happening. It is not the daycare that is bad. The people, I have seen a video on TikTok where a daycare staff, I might check that video and put it up here, was just scaring babies. She wore a scaring mask, scaring the babies as they were eating. The babies were crying. She was just having fun. A daycare staff. I will check for it. I don't know what they did to that lady, because that was an eyesore. The children were screaming and crying. If you see the mask, even to an adult, I wouldn't stand that, So a lot happened. Some staff in daycare, I don't know if they've ever had children, because what would give somebody the mind to abandon a 2-year-old? Yes, all of us will all have time. As in, when we go to work, we are always looking forward to going home, especially when our shift is finishing, coming to an end. That last hour, we keep on checking the clock. We want to go home. But honestly, as a staff, if I was the last person to leave an office or an institution in the evening as school, and I still have another child that the parents has not come, even if the parents is running 30 minutes late, 100 hours late, I would wait to hand over that child, because I'm a mom. I know what it feels like for mothers, leaving their children or running late from anywhere. Here they don't do it intentional. I must confess to that. Is that traffic or something is holding them up? You know, because almost everybody here keeps to time. When it comes to school run, going to collect your children in the afternoon, when I go to my son's school, you know, they dismiss 3:15, but as at 2:45, cars are already parked, parents are packed, staying in their cars, waiting for the gate to open at 3 o'clock. You know, once the gate opens at 3 o'clock, the children comes out at 15 past. We have to wait. We are already queuing and waiting. So for a parent to be late, that parents must actually be running late, must have been late for real. No doubts about it. You know, so that was sort of a wicked act meant on that little girl, leaving her behind, and the staff who was last to leave that office left without having any conscience, locking her. What if she goes to pick something, put her hands in electric, or even eat something that she wasn't supposed to put in her mouth? You know, it must have been scary for that little girl. I think that daycare should be closed down if they didn't do, but definitely they must have done that. It was just a weird thing to do. Sorry, I'm not sending my child, my baby, to any daycare. I will commit that 3 years, 2 years, 3 years for that child until the child is ready to go to reception. Yes, because nursery and reception, they do almost the same thing. Yes, I've worked in a nursery, I've worked in a reception. Similar things they do. It's just like year 1 and year 2. They do almost the same thing. You know, so I'm afraid it's not for me. No matter the kind of job I'm doing. To be honest, I want to be there for my little ones. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave in the comment section if you are finding it interesting, you know, if you really appreciate the kind of care and treatment your little one is receiving from their daycare, if you have one in a daycare. Thank you. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and keep coming back for more. Bye for now.